Hello. Hello. Welcome, Bob. Welcome, Clara. Hi, Lux. Hello, hello. 14 hours left for your game to update. That sounds miserable. Hi. A new quest is available in the Alliant reports. What do you mean? I just booted up the game.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away.
What do you mean?
Look at the list,
I just booted up the game.
Here you go.
What do you mean? Oh. Duty Undying? That is new. What is this? Some sort of fantasy? I don't know. Lux grabbed first. Lux did grab first. Databases can eat your shins. Mood. That's an entire mood. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm gonna... Did I refill on water? I did not refill on water. I'm probably gonna have to do that midway through the stream. Well, that's fine. Thank you to Demon Slayer 253 for following me when I wasn't even live, so I can't even thank you properly. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. All I know is that we just have tons, and I mean tons of side quests to go do. And I don't recall a whole lot of them, so I think I should probably prioritize going and picking up side quests. That makes sense. You're almost done with Heavensward? If you just did Baelsar's Wall, you're basically done with Heavensward. Side quest Purgatory! Yay! Insert grunt birthday party sound effect here. The Briar's Kiss. Well, that's the Smith boy, right? This guy? Hi. You have something on your... Oh, no. Okay. Hi, Lubor.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
Is it just me, or is the goal tracker
But
mini?
before I go, there is one small
I
issue
feel like it
I'd
used
like
to be
your
bigger,
assistance
but
with. Well, two, in
I
fact.
could be wrong. It could
If
be
it's
the
within
same
my power
size,
to help
and
you,
I'm
I
just
will.
because I have OBS on a smaller screen whenever I stream FF16.
It's the
So
children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either.
it is a small tracker.
I can think of only one place where they are
I
certain
mean,
to be
small
safe,
isn't necessarily bad. I'm
provided
just gonna make it
for,
a
and
little bigger.
loved.
There we go.
The hideaway.
Now it's at least readable. Take the children to the hideaway? Sure.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the
Thank
Velcroy,
you.
a damn big one. The League of
Thank
Outlaws
you.
encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Lux is very sweet. Yes, yes.
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them.
Sounds like a
We need
job
to
for
evacuate.
Batman.
There's no
I
time to
mean,
lose.
Clive.
Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan.
Yep.
The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
Clive is
I'll do
Ifrit
what I
man.
can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Yes, yes. I guess I'll prioritize this, because this is kind of right here. I don't really need to go anywhere for this.
What's an
You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a...
What's the commotion?
Akashic, that's what.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now. and they could be here at any moment.
Yeah?
You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak.
Why do you
may
not
believe his
trust him?
lies, my lord, but we know better.
When it's
Why would
life
he
on the
lie about
line.
something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been
Fine.
denied.
Stay here.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie.
Fine. Stay
You
here.
cannot be trusted, and neither.
I am the type of
therefore,
person that's
can
like,
you.
clearly.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
No.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Furder.
I mean, I don't think they deserve rescuing, but that's just me.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Maybe that makes me mean, but
Lord Furder,
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and
when you
Natalie about
can't
their
see
caching.
past your own
They won't
prejudices
listen.
for the sake
They've
of your own
convinced themselves
life,
that nothing Lubor
potentially,
says can be trusted.
like,
Bloody fools.
Which means the town guard
small.
can't be counted on
I'm
for
not
support.
small.
But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil,
What is
you
my
only have
computer?
to ask.
Did you guys hear that?
Sid, Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor,
The audio
you left.
glitched for a second and
I
just went
couldn't
brrrr.
abandon a friend in need. And Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
I feel like we should leave this town to be swallowed by an ether flood.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
Yeah, I agree actually with the F-bomb here. Like, wake up, people!
Wouldn't you, bearer?
He would die with you!
With us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him! Ah! Ah! Oh. Oh.
Because Bearer, exactly. Because he can use magic.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Good
Who
kids.
spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
Good kids.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like he doesn't even exist.
Lubor,
I just want to say, it says something when your own kids take a stand against you and what you're doing. And when you approach a guy, they're the ones who step in front of you because they're afraid you're going to hurt him. Without regard to their own safety, because you've already hurt them. Like, oh yeah, can use magic without crystals. Yeah, that's true. But anyway,
we've heard enough.
No!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
those are his own
And
kids.
I will not give up for lost.
I don't know for sure. But they're not Lubor's kids. That, like, most people hate them. They are a lower... Yeah, they are a lower class.
The stores that we labored so hard to fill.
No, you're not stupid.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather around if you don't want to die.
There's a small enough amount of people here. Everyone is probably related at the minimum of third cousins. You're probably not altogether that wrong, Bob. He's not wrong, though. Especially if they only marry within this town and they don't really, like,
Allow me
take
to
in
explain the
outsiders.
situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy.
That's how
The
you say
place
that?
had been abandoned for
Cheratina?
years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
And me?
Natalie, I would ask that you and your
Oh.
people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
That's good news to
Where do
hear.
I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there. and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
Doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are.
I'll be fine.
All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Alright.
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of far. I might go pick up... Hold on. How many other... 1, 2... I guess I'll go ahead and do this. We've already kind of started it. I might as well finish this out. We're going to be doing side quests all day anyway. There's not really like an... From my experience, there's not really an optimal way to do side quests. They're just going to take however long they're going to take, and it's going to be what it's going to be.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside?
An army.
Can't leave a single one alive.
No fun. Man, there are so many people here. Get yoinked. We're just beating him up. There we go. The Zentetsuken finisher was not necessary, but boy was it good.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalamil and see how the others fared.
Please teleport me back. That would be so kind of you. It was a fun finisher. Exactly. Exactly. Sweet deal. Sometime later, aka however long it takes me to get back here.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalamil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should
I
never
know.
have doubted you.
But
I
we
know
did.
I should.
And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalamil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
These two are still
You
irritating,
remember
but whatever.
that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character.
Exactly.
It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start.
I mean, that's true.
Unity is the key to defending Dalamil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalamil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
That feels forced, but okay, whatever.
Condition
That's
accepted.
fine. That's fine. This is fine.
Well then,
I know
my
change
mayorship
isn't
is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special
hat. I know change isn't immediate, but like, I would have liked to see
How
them.
fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving
I would have liked to
Dalamil in
see them get
disgrace.
scared personally, but that's just my own
Now,
vindication,
I
and I
find
know I'm not
myself her
okay.
leader. Here, for everything.
But whatever, it's fine.
Lubo. About the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws.
No,
I'll make sure they're safe here.
Hey,
I don't doubt that you will.
they'd be
Not
just
just the children.
fine.
But everyone in Dalamel.
What do you mean you'd rather see them born
my
as
best.
Akashic than brought up as
Have all your
outlaws? What do
hard
you
work
mean
going
by
to
that?
waste.
Quest complete. Sweet deal. Briar's Kiss signboard. Sweet deal. Oh my gosh. Impulse cools down even faster? That sounds kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Let's dip over here. Because there's another quest to go pick up over here. Alright, what is this where there's a will? Oh, it's just enter the door. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, a side quest sting we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet, even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way, it shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father, Elwyn.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his
Yeah, that
passing.
does sound like before
The day
Phoenix
before
Gate.
we left for Phoenix Gate.
Yep.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim.
Oh.
But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
Elwyn was a
to see men
brilliant guy.
To see centuries of common wisdom overturned.
It is such a shame that what's her face? Evil queen lady, Duchess, whatever her name was so vain and so selfish that she assassinated such a good leader. Elwyn was a treasure, and it is such a shame he had to die.
No wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
The Queen. He's talking about the
Pity
Queen.
only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And
So
where
who's
is
this
woman?
mysterious
She awaits
benefactor?
you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Okay, but there was a side quest I could pick up in there. Probably from Cyril as well. Archduke Elwin's Testament. Cyril!
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining
the religion that Barnabas ascribes to.
He hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes.
That's not just a risky mission, that's a suicide
of
mission.
Our order, the third chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both.
Okay.
Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost.
I feel like if you're gonna go to an ether-flooded place, you should get someone immune to the ether flood. That makes sense to me.
Experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
I love the FF14 reference, anyway.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him
to do nothing when one might conceivably
to assemble.
What is it? When one might conceivably save the lives of others.
In the southern reaches of Waloed.
Is not.
If
hold on.
Ill
what was his quote?
I expected that so there.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes. And may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
I'm not going to prioritize it because it's way over in Ash. I'll do Ash in a minute. Okay. So, oh, I got one right here.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Where is this? Oh, right here. Cyril's guest. Hello, ma'am. Can I help you?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
It's Merchant Lady's.
I am Goditha,
Karen's
retainer of House
voice
Rosfield,
actor.
loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields.
I get this is a
Your
different
father,
person, but that's the same
the
voice
Archduke
actor.
Elwin entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady.
Perhaps you could explain a little more. What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you.
She's probably right.
What say you?
That makes a lot of sense.
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
Feels.
Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
Be a hunt.
Certain specimen.
Be a hunt.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Cool. So we get to fight the griffin there. Okay. I might as well go ahead and finish this out. We're kind of we're again, there's like not a whole
Good girl.
lot of point
Faster.
to not doing these.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Hold on. How? I would like one fight. Alright, I guess not. I guess we're doing this.
You deserve a rest. There it is. For House Rosfield.
Ow!
Nice try.
Ow.
Too slow. Nice try.
I'm trying to build Zantetsuken. Come on, Zantetsuken. Okay, I had Zantetsuken built up.
Too slow.
There we go. There we go. Okay. Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-do. Okay. All the side questing. All of the side questing is happening.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yep. Zantetsuken is still really
This
finicky.
radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Maybe the Will of the Wakes isn't such a...
The lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should use Will of the Wakes outside of Stagger so that it doesn't take up as much time, because it takes up quite a bit of valuable time.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
Just such a shame that
And only if we stood
Elwyn
together.
was
Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms.
never perceptive enough to see
those
that
enemies be
that
overcome.
enemy might be his own
Indeed.
wife.
His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message.
Listen,
It was a
Elwyn was such a good character, and it's
that he would
his
always
death
be with
is
you.
one of the biggest
Thank
in
you,
this game.
Lady Godotha.
His
for
and
remaining the
Sid's,
steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my
the
lady,
two
but
of them
there is something I don't quite
dying
understand.
shapes the
Undying
fate
told
of
me
the
that after
world.
Father
Like,
died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet
Yeah.
my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that his Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Godotha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
that's sweet. Exit the requiratory? Okay.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial
Oh,
atop
no.
Hawk's Cry Cliff?
Oh,
Let him see that you
no.
have received his blessing. and that his vision lives on in you.
Oh, oh.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
The feels!
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
The feel. Oh, that's far. Alright, hold on. It's only gonna get more feels from here, I can tell. Yeah,
Here,
yeah, it is.
Take a look at my wares. Anything else? Of course. Go safely.
I guess let's go ahead and finish this out then. There's a shop here in Bucklad with new items. I'm not really sure what that is, but... Hi, what do you have?
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
The Breath of Darkness, Heaven's Cloud. Ooh, okay. Betrayal, Orchestrion, done.
You've a discerning eye.
Okay, Oriange, thank you for your patronage.
Do you see that too?
Everybody freaking out about the big crystal. It's really not that big a deal. Because I'm probably going to forget. I want to cycle through Eloise's dialogue.
When we fled our childhood home,
we left behind not only our family fortune, but the names our parents gave us. I became Eloise, and my brother Theodore. We had nothing to our new names but a hatred of the system that would have seen my brother enslaved. But that hatred also gave us a purpose. We swore to save not only Theodore, but others like him. In order to make good on this ambition, we would need two things: money and trust. We found work and saved the money we needed to begin buying bears their freedom. We told them that their lives were their own, that they could stay with us, and we would feed them and house them and pay them for their labor. Or they could leave, and we would grant them safe passage to wherever they wished to go. In that way, we engendered trust. Once earned, that trust proved nigh unshakable, so much so that most chose to stay with us. But it was always Theo they trusted the most. They loved him.
I loved him.
And I shall continue his work. Our work.
Did I tell you
that I found a map of Kashlok among Theo's things? He had written some words in the boundary. A new dream for when the nightmare ends.
That was what he wanted.
An end to the torment that bears the realm over have long been forced to endure. A new beginning. Theo lost his life in pursuit of that dream. It falls to those of us who remain to see that it lives on.
No matter how hard it might be.
Or how long it might take, I will make his dream a reality.
The Dominion has fallen.
And Bucklad streets now echo with the cries of those fleeing its destruction, and the bitter objections of those forced to take them in. And things seem likely only to get worse. Ether floods continue to swallow great swaths of the Republic, and it grows harder every day to disagree with those who say the end is nigh. But what is the end of the world as we know it, if not an opportunity to create a new one? Our work is only just beginning.
The Crimson Caravans must set an example.
We must use the skill, strength, and knowledge Theo and I earned over all those years to see that all who come here continue to be fed and watered. If there is nowhere left to run, then we must ensure that the place in which we find ourselves is a place of refuge for all.
It is our job to keep the hope alive.
If we don't, who else will?
Take care of yourself, Clive.
I wanted to just cycle through her dialogue because I'm probably going to forget. I want to cycle through all the important... I want to go back... Before we do the final mission, I want to cycle through people's dialogue stuff.
What is it? Oh, please.
Just as a final story moment. Okay, come on.
Let's go.
New. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Wall. This is... Oh, this is Three's company. This isn't... Oh. Cypress Docks. Hawks Cry Cliff. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, we're kind of already here, so I might as well do this. I don't remember what this quest is. Hey, y'all, I don't... What is this? I don't remember what this is.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Oh, this is Havel.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
I have bad news for you, guy. Really? Fine. Oh, I'm just warping around, hitting a bunch of different people. Alright, you know what? I'm getting tired of this healer. There we go.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't.
I'm getting tired of this healer. Orbital nukes them all. Exactly.
It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Listen, Zantetsuken at level 5 is really
Before
strong.
I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together, even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to
What
find
are
a
you?
little.
Wait, who is he talking about? Because my first thought was.
Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My first thought was the lady that knows the state of the realm. Unless you're thinking of Otto, maybe?
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
Whatever.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No.
Otto,
this is a
maybe?
job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quentin! Quentin! Okay, whatever. Alright. I guess I'll come to aiming high. I don't remember what was here, but... we're just clearing this out slowly.
Come on.
Yeah!
It's just along the wall here, okay. Side quests! We go on you!
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
Well, that looks like a tortoise. Each objective down is a step towards completion.
Looks like we
exactly.
found it.
Ow. How about I just go ahead and do Dancing Steel? No way. This should do it. There we go. Yeah, I definitely don't need to be fitting Will of the Wisps inside the stagger gauge. It just slows stuff down.
Mid needs another. She can come and get it herself.
Okay. Well, that seems like that is all done. I guess there's another quest I can pick up over here, so let's go do that. That move is so cinematic. It really, really, really is. It definitely feels like a final move.
Might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
It for sure feels like a final unlock. But only when you upgrade it.
I don't care either way. So long as you...
Hold on. I want to see about... Hold on. Okay. I want to see about potentially... I don't really like Will of the Wisps. But I also don't have a whole lot. I could get Wind Up. Wind Up would be really good. I don't think I can invest in Aerial Blast again, but Wind Up would be really stinking good. There we go. And that lets me upgrade Blind Justice, which I would like to do that. And let me put Wind Up right here. There we go. So now I can punch a dude. Oh, darn. It's not as good. It gives me more HP for 3 less defense. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? Honestly, I don't know. It might be worth it. I'll put it on. What the heck?
Do as I tell you.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy.
Well met, Sid.
Hi, I remember...
This is the Initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic.
You're gonna go mess
no
around with Gold
support,
Saucer?
just one
That's
man and
nice.
his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since so that one day I can be someone's savior, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
Now listen.
That was just some encouragement.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient.
Yeah.
You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Clive over here is trying to give him very helpful advice, and I really do think it's going in one ear and out the other.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way.
You're saving
Right,
for
Ember.
a mount?
Impress me.
Oh wait, no, wait. No, wait. If the FF15 crossover event ever comes back,
Welcome.
I will let you know that Favor of Darkness, interesting. Before the Storm, the melody seems familiar, but the author is unknown.
You've a keen eye.
What does that mean?
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the market.
Alright, hold on.
I would
But yeah, if the
stick with
FF15 crossover event ever comes back, the Regalia is 100,000 MGP. Just so you know.
Your town needs you.
It may come back in the future. It may come back.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I
Right.
was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course.
Sure.
Whatever you need.
You're saving MGP for some amounts.
Clive.
Nice. I can't put up with the gold saucer. It
Philippe
irritates
told
the
me he
crap
had
out of
men
me.
stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Hey, yo.
Well, let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason.
Sabine wasting no time in dissing the Duke.
He must be
Seriously.
made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this.
I can tell.
Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him by all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Yeah, that's one thing you can say about her.
But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Yeah.
Families.
This is a family
I'm sorry,
feud for her.
where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch.
It's not really,
But
I don't know
perhaps
if it's
better that you
actually
heard them from
about
him. I believe he's in the
saving
market,
the
if you'd
citizenry.
be so kind
That
as
could
to
have a
seek
part
him
in
out.
it. But I think
Right
there's
away.
no small part about
It's just a pity I can't
father-daughter
join you.
disagreement.
I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
I'm gonna go ahead and prioritize this. Because it's right here.
Your town needs you. Saw the captain just now.
Felipe. Philippe, I guess is his name. Not Felipe.
And what does the dame have to say about it? So you are content to abandon the...
Sabine.
Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, I don't think this is about the people at all. I seriously think this is a
She calling
father-daughter
you two,
feud.
then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
An invited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man.
If you need me
We've
to
had
kill
some
something, I
reports,
need
you
to
see.
build my Zantetsuken.
Sightings of, you know what?
Akashic.
Back.
Seems that way. All over, too.
It's gonna be
I won't be able
Akashic.
to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see
Because if
what's
I'm,
what.
quote, just the
Where
man.
should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
There's Eastwatch. There's Grieger's Weep.
Good
Come
girl.
here. Thank
Run
you.
like the wind.
Yeah, I see why he was kind of concerned. This is really not far from Northreach at all. Alright, hello.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
I'm building Zantetsuken Gauge. Excuse me. There we go. Where's this healer? There we go.
It's over.
We're going on a trip.
Enough.
There we go. I very purposefully didn't want to use Zantetsuken because I want to save it in case there's another boss at some point. So that I don't have to build it.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you alright?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Sabine, that's what he's talking
Ladyship's
about.
been busy working her magic on the townspeople. Stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
I'll head back to Northreach really quick. Oh, okay, it's gonna go ahead and take me there. Cool. Oh! Oh!
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Yeah?
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, fuck. No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand.
And leave Northreach?
Did you hear me? That was an order.
And leave Northreach.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
Oh, there was fire slinging in that. I loved that. See, that's what I was missing from the other quest, was the fire slinging. See, now I'm satisfied. I don't care how this ends now.
Orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
You love that whole same.
Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll take the north.
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme.
The entire north.
I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
I will get the entire north side. It'll be fine. Trust me.
When the fight begins...
Plus, I have Zantatsuk charged. You can't tell me that this won't be a good opportunity to use it.
Bet you're all ready.
There we go. Okay.
Faster!
Let's do this.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Stay down!
Goodbye. we're going on a trip.
Stay down. Is it
More?
over?
No, it's not over.
No. It's only just begun.
Oh, you're big! Ow.
Nice try.
Ow. This should do it. Goodbye. 134,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Come on, Torgal. That is so chillaxed. I love it. I love it so much.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That
Clearly
without a
not.
strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But
that's not at
brought
all
them
how
together.
people work.
Not by force. Nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Clive defeats an entire army of monsters.
Our
Also,
purpose
Clive.
was
Come on,
ever the
Torgal.
same.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine.
Yeah, but Sabine was kind of a
Said it
stupid in her
himself.
own right.
Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far.
This was just a
I
feud.
only wanted you to understand how the people felt.
Yeah.
How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. to all of you.
I mean, that is
Your
true.
Eminence,
He did kind of cause
your
all this problem.
ladyship. I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
See, this is
Now that
satisfying
is
to
settled,
me.
I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these
That's a
dark
cool
times,
shift. He called her Clara
I see
earlier, or something like that,
it
I
is not
forget.
men like me
And now it's
who should
Madame
lead
Isabel.
the
That's
realm,
cool.
but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here,
I guess I'll go
I
talk
should
with
see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
She probably doesn't, but...
Can we get you anything?
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
Don't mind me.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
She would have.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan
Carla,
to the
not
nobility.
Clara.
So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
That makes a lot of sense.
He passed away.
Probably turned to stone.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
This is sweet.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Mm-hmm. That's sweet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, Orichalcum! Useful. I need that. Okay. Let's teleport over to the Dragon's area really quick. And go do this quest. Guys, side quest hell is a real place, and we are in it. We are currently in it.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Let me up. Let me up. Go full bar. Okay.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Straight home now.
Oh.
Or maybe not.
Hold on. Let's go rescue the kid. Side quest break. Okay, hold on. Let's go rescue the kid first. And then when we get back to town, I will.
Damn it.
Take break.
Ember, draw your sword!
Oh God!
Then run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
What's wrong with Ember?
Too slow.
Really? If I miss with that, it... I'm building Zantetsu engage. Come on. That Zantetsu. That's not... I don't think that's hitting everything. Yeah, that definitely didn't hit the entire thing. Oh, that might do it. There we go. Frozen in fear? Yeah, probably. Probably choked once he was there. You're probably right.
Ember, are you...
Well, you told him to run.
Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is, then.
I feel bad for him. What? Nani, what is that? Increased down thrust damage by 10%. Interesting. Okay. Back to Northreach. Let's just... Okay, let's try to finish this out. Cause now this might actually be, like, really close. I will go buy some more potions, though, because I am...
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Yeah, right there. Hold on, right there. He didn't come back, did he?
I didn't
that's a shame.
expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but...
That's a shame.
Apparently not.
It really is a shame.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Hey? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to
Wait,
do?
no, that seems totally reasonable. Hold on.
Getting caught.
He has you then, his heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the home.
I don't know, that seems totally fair to me.
Yes, Sergeant.
He's very proud of himself. I don't know, that seems like a good idea to me.
This won't be an easy decision.
I'd reward that type of thing, but, you know, maybe I'm weird. What does touching this do?
This isn't at all foreboding.
Nothing. Okay.
The garrison said they'd take another run.
Alright. There's Three's Company. Do I have any new quests? I think I've picked them all up. Methinks I've picked them all up. It seems like I have. Okay. Then, really quick. Look at all these. Look at all these, man. There's so many. There's so many. I don't have very many left, but like, holy moly.
Before attacking us again.
Okay. Chest. Okay. Hi, Silgar. Should I go let the cat in before starting our go full bard?
Do you see anything you like?
Also, Lux, you redeemed the go full bard. Therefore, you
I doubt you'll
have...
get more than that in the capital.
Is it Black Blood sold? Can't you sell it? Am I dumb? There it is.
Thank you. I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital.
Cat bar time. Alright. While I'm going and letting the cat in, you decide whether you want metal or if you want, like, the clean distortion tone, whatever. Either one works. I will write whatever in either one. Hi, you know the rules. No causing chaos. Would you like in? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah? Okay, come on. Okay. Everybody stay tight, Silver. He's doing it cute and rolling all over the floor. What sounds best with that riff you were talking about earlier? Oh, I would probably do the metal distortion for that. I would probably play that with the metal distortion on. Hi, Silgar. Yes, yes. Okay. Let me move that there so that Silgar can sit down. Then go metal. Awesome. Let me turn off. Hi, where are you going? Okay, filters off. Haha, now you can hear everything. Okay. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. Ba... Okay. Okay, what are you doing, sir? Hey, no. No. What are you doing? Can you not knock things over while I'm... Thank you. Thank you, guitar amp. Okay, sir. I have a proposition for you. The top of your cat tower. Don't bite me. Okay. Cato wants attention. He do want attention. Okay. Okay. So, you want me to play specifically the riff I was telling you about earlier? Do you... Oh, what was the name of the song? Hold on, I need to go back. Because I feel like I need to at least say the name of the song that I am attempting. Cult of Personality, okay. By... I can't read my teacher's handwriting. Okay, that's fine. Ideally, asterisk, it goes a little something like... Nope. Okay, hold on. What is going on here? Nope. Okay. Why? I was doing so well at this earlier. Hold on. This is... I was doing so well earlier, and now that I'm on the stage... Living Color? Yes. That one. That sounds right. That sounds right. That sounds familiar. Nope. More or less. Whatever. We can do that was just the thing I was telling you about earlier. I will play something that sounds a little better. Wait, you know what? A works. Or what is this? D, actually? Okay, there we go. I haven't been playing for that long. I can do like one more thing. Let's do I know an actual... Stop, why are you going all jittery on me? Why are you going all jittery at me, Amp? Sure, what the heck? There we go. More or less. Okay, turn off amp, thank you. Okay, we're good. Let me turn on the filters again so that you don't hear like every beat of the fan. There we go. Thank you for the redeem, Lux. Do 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 do. Okay. There we go. I kept that to like 10 minutes-ish, rather than going for like half an hour. I'm proud of that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Thank Thank you for the music. It was lovely. Thank you.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I would like item. Thank you. Can I have a second item? Thank you. Ah yes, a chocobo running through the orchard.
Straight home now.
Hi, Quentin.
Quentin.
I have a proposition for you.
I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose.
No.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
A meat pie.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
You'll join us.
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Yeah?
Hopefully
Yeah?
not for long.
But
My
that's
uncle
what you're
will want
going
to know that his plan is taking shape.
Fixing, hopefully. Alright. So that's all of Sanbreque. Ugh. Let's go finish off our quest involving the inheritance and legacy of Mr. Elwyn.
Yeah! Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us.
He's just back there.
Cutscene. Oh no. Oh no. I'm getting Dragon Quest vibes. Like Dragon Quest
Father
11.
always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized...
That's a good thing, by the way.
I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back. never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Oh, that was neat. That was good.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Every step we take goes in our wake. Rusted battle helm. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Handy! So I just have Joshua with me now. Cool. I thought that was already the case, but cool. Aiming high, more than words, whatever. Let's just do aiming high really quick. All the feels. All the feels. I'm gonna have to manually search because aha. Oil.
It's
all right.
After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Do you think there's any more around the ship docks? Because that would make sense, but no, there isn't. Aha! I love how they could visit his grave. Yeah, that's sweet.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Let's go make a quick jaunt over to Portizold. I'm probably going to have to come back here in a minute, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Or Robo. What is this for?
It's still here. After all these years. Not smaller than I remember. And you were a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
Torgal did not like that.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long.
Oh yeah, this is Torgal's
boy.
quest. Hold on, I want to do Torgal's quest. Let's do this. Torgal's quest. Torgal's quest.
place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
Where are we going?
Is she there?
Where are we? What in the hecky?
I bet I could still beat you.
Unfortunately, Torgal, I'm not going to race. Joshua has joined your party until you depart for Origin. Immediately goes to, I'm gonna sit this one out. Yup. Yup. I mean, I'm not surprised, but... Treehouse. Torgal can't climb ladders.
Here we are.
At least, you know, I don't think he can.
This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
How did he get in? Inquiring minds would like to know. Grown man and a frost wolf. How the f did that boat hold them both? It did. Don't question it. Baby Torgal!
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy?
Clearly he wants to show you something.
This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
What?
My sparring sword.
Ah!
Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
This is the one that does me in, guys. Ah!
Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Who's cutting onions over here? Ah! I'm not crying, you're crying.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
No.
All right. I'm coming.
Tiny ninjas chopping onions.
I think I know where we're going.
Oh my goodness. That is a gorgeous view of Rosalith. He do still be a wolf.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
That was so sweet! More than words? Oh, I get the extreme reference, sir. That's... increases Torgal's attack potency. Oh.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Okay, hold on. What am I currently using? Oh, healing, Berserker Ring, and the Wages of Warcraft. Eventually, I won't need the Wages of Warcraft, but... Hold on. I don't think I can do Diamond Dust. Absolutely not. No, I need a lot more points before I can do Diamond Dust. Best boy. He really do be, though. He really do be the best boy. There's another new quest in the hideaway. What the fudge? Do we go to Ash really quick, wrap everything up so that we only need to make one trip to the hideaway? I think we do. I think we do. Okay. Be a potion. Thank you.
Good
This
girl.
is the side quest that never
Run
ends.
like the wind.
You.
Might this be Nickelberg?
Well, that's a door. Not really sure. People. Unturned people. That's a shocker.
These people aren't turned.
Why are we playing
The
ominous
village
music?
seems safe enough at least.
Why are we playing ominous music?
What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their shawls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved.
But we
Forgive
know
me,
Ultima won't.
but did
won't
another
save
foreigner
them.
like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He is staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Well, that
Thank you.
seems...
If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
Why does this seem like a trap?
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Why does this seem like a trap, guys? Hello, I'm here to activate the trap. Oh, hi, you're alive. That's surprising.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
This is the guy that went missing.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different. It is more.
It removes what makes you human.
And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become Akashic. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
Buddy, if you turn... Ah, Ether Flood. Lovely. Well, they got their wish.
An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready.
Okay, I do have one fight. I'm taking this guy on a ride.
Stay down.
There we go. Easy enough.
What now?
I love how Joshua isn't in the cutscene. Big bad. Oh. Oh. You're indeed a large bad.
We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
Ow! Come on. Oh, hi, Wolfie.
Nice try.
I got out of that. Thank you, Wolfie. Ow.
Too slow.
That did not hit me. Laser beam! There we go. Oh, Wolfie didn't redeem the bank. Clara did. What? Clara? Fallen iron. I think I need that. But I don't remember. Are we not done yet?
Damn it.
Oh. Oh. Nearly a perfect training.
Come on, speak to me.
No, he got.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashyyyk in order to achieve it.
I understand what you're saying.
Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with
But
this.
to give your life.
My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Interesting. Oh, I guess I'm back here now. Okay. Sometime later. Yeah, I guess so. That'd be a bit.
They are saved. Founder.
That's not saving. That's not saving. That's just... whatever.
Here.
Hi,
take
I
a
need
look
potions.
at my wares. A fine choice.
I used a lot.
Of course.
Thank you.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Bop, bop.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end.
Like I said,
For the
I
right
get
to choose how one
why
dies
he thinks what he does.
is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be. Only that the decision is one's own.
That's
We
fair.
live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them. We protect them. And yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that everyone
It's
of
kind
my
of heavy
fallen
that
brothers
they
and
have an
sisters
entire book of martyrs.
feel
I
the
wasn't
same.
expecting them to have something like that. Because they didn't really care about losing people until Clive came along. Level up? Level up? Level up? Hey yo, another Orichalcum, let's go. Dang it, no level. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Let's go finish this. Thankfully, that's not far. I don't know what quest this was. I really don't. Alright, where is this? Behind me. Okay.
Ready, go? Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dock. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry. Time to fight. No need to ride from here. Okay.
There we go.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
We're looking for her old friend, right? Her old bearer friend that was also trained as an assassin type thing.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. Locked up tight.
I guess I need to go this way. We're building Zentetsuken. Balmung Dark, writ of designation. The Kingdom of Waloed hereby designates this facility a prison for the detainment of bearers, both foreign and domestic. The purpose of this facility is to rear and train a Kuza beast for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strictest secrecy, and any mention thereof is to be punishable by death. Captive bearers have been provided solely for the pursual of the aforementioned purpose. Express permission is required for use of bearers in any other capacity.
So this place was no ordinary prison.
No,
I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Interesting. That's more Akashic over there. What's upstairs? I'm curious. Okay, well, not the quest destination, but that's obvious. More Akashic. But you can't tell me this isn't interesting. Let me build Zantetsuken. No, let me build it. There we go. There we go. Easy enough. An empty shard. Cool. See, exploring does do things. Okay.
Quiet.
Anything else on this upper floor?
Caution, brother.
Hi,
No
Doris.
sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Nothing. Okay. Alright, yes, I realize this was completely optional. Let us be went.
Stay down.
There we go. Joshua, calm down. They're just a Kashik. Recommendation concerning Kuza beast deployment. The Kuza has long been recognized as an especially aggressive species. This being the case, it was hoped that successful deployment on the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. In exercises conducted thus far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bearer captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus, and the beast then driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimal loss of Waluder lives.
Minimal loss of Waluder lives. What happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Yeah. This place, didn't treat their people super kindly. Memorandum on the Kuza beast feeding. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume the bearers assigned to fight beside it in a mock battle conducted as part of its training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding in this way, suggesting that live bearers may even be its preferred source of sustenance. While this behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bearers no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required. That's horrible.
They were feeding bearers to it.
That's horrible.
This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
That is nightmarish. Gotta love war crimes. Yeah!
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Well, I found a lock
Perhaps
that I
it will
couldn't
fit
get
one of
open.
the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there.
So naturally, I'm gonna fight this Kuza beast, right? Naturally, that's how that goes. A small vengeance, exactly.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Oh. Oh, that's Torgal. Okay. I was like, I hear sniffing. I was like, I'm not so sure. Oh.
Survivor. And she sounds close.
Hey, little girl.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Oh, that sounds...
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
6 feet under. Oh, it's a behemoth!
You're safe.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
It's a behemoth. Okay. I need to mean business. Okay. Hey, big guy. Oh, it's a hunt. Oh, it's a hunt. Oh, it's a hunt.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Ow.
Nice try. Too slow.
Oh, not Comet.
Nice try.
Come on down, buddy. Take that. This should build it to level 5. Wow, surprisingly enough, it did not. Ow. Let's try. Ow. Ow. He's almost dead. Ow. This should do it. There we go. All in to bring him down? Exactly. Level up! And a lot of gil. Behemoth Shackle. Told you he was a behemoth.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. That one's not.
I'm fine.
You should see the other guy. I'm gonna guess if the Kuza Beast made it back up, nobody else made it back out.
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Yep. Yep. Oh, am I back at the hideaway?
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
No,
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own.
Yeah.
And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Quest complete. Sweet deal. If we're already back at the hideaway, I might as well do my rotation, like run around here and pick up and complete all the quests and stuff. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Oh, I bet more than a few have. Let's go run over to mid really quick. She's over here. Hey, I gathered your stuff that you need.
Mid? Tell me this is all you need.
I just casually hand over a massive
You make it sound like I
adamant
asked you
shell.
to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
Most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Thankfully, this should only be here in the hideaway. Like, this should be pretty easy.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Hey, kids, y'all still have that wheel?
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
It's an airship!
You think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Always save your spare parts. If I've learned anything...
Shorten, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find.
Oh, no.
All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
Oh, no.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Hoard. That's a
Sid.
good way of putting it. That's funny.
Well, did they have it?
This thing, right?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place. Well, you just wait and see.
Interesting. So, what exactly...
That should do it.
It's the wind-up airship! From FF14! It's your first minion! It's the wind-up... Oh. It didn't...
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
It was.
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, their children, their mums, and their dads. Like I lost mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave.
That sounds like him. That sounds
And
like
you were
Sid.
right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this.
That is true. Goals are very useful. Chasing after a goal is
right.
A really good way to find meaning.
When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
You say treasure hunt, my first thought is FF14 spoilers.
And leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out.
You know what?
I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said...
So she's gonna build the
dream
airship
big.
and then bury it.
But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive?
She pulled a I'll let the world
Only that
find them
it's
when
a
it's
good
ready.
one.
Exactly.
And I reckon I've got a fair
Exactly.
few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
I was about to say, I don't know how the story's gonna reconcile mid designing an airship as a side quest. Like, this feels like it should be main quest stuff. Model airship. See, I told you it was the model airship from FF14. I did say it. Alright, hold on.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
To be honest, though, like, she has a point. like, her inventions would not exactly be used for good.
How may I help you today,
in,
Clive?
in the future.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Continental acclaim. If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish, herself being one such woman. Gareth. Genji gloves?
Best of luck out there.
What are Genji gloves? Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. That is pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good. I need healing.
Back
Hi,
again.
Vivian.
How may I help you
I
today?
didn't.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Hold on, you have a
What
thing.
will it be today? Harpocrates knows of the tome I seek. Whether what he has to say makes you happy to have agreed to help me is another matter.
Oh, that's
Till
not
next
okay.
you need me.
Hi, you have more hunts. I assume I've already done one. Yeah, I did the Kuza Beast. We have the Masterless Marauder, which is an S rank. The Waluder army captured such beasts and tried to train them to serve, but this particular specimen's training has long since ceased. Whether its captors turned Akashic with the rest of their comrades or were eaten by their pet when it broke free from its bonds, we shall never know. All we do know is there are none left alive who know the words to put an end to its rampage. Only a show of force will suffice. I have no idea where to find that, only that it's probably somewhere on Ash. The Grim Reaper. What? There is a saying among the Imperial soldiers of Northridge Garrison, steer clear of the drowned tower lest the spectre sickle reap your root. They speak in typically uncouth terms of the thrall that dwells within the Ether Flood, one whose frightful aspect and command over lesser minions would appear to mark him as a high-ranking member of his species. That's terrifying. Knight of the Splendent Heart. Most pilgrims to the holy capital of Oriflamme pass through the Penitent's Gate on the road from the Royal Meadows. Of late, however, a knight in shining armor has elected to station himself beside this entrance, accusing any and all passers-by of being Cid the Outlaw, the one who led Prince Dion down the path to destruction, and challenging them to a duel to the death. Interesting. Interesting.
You should have seen.
Well, two of those are pretty
Welcome back, Sid.
accurate. Well, or I mean, at least
back,
two of those I
Sid.
can find those.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Does Ember deserve passing marks? What do you guys think? I am on the yes, he does, because I feel like not every scout, like, yeah, he's nervous in a fight. That might get him killed. But also, when help stepped in, he was smart enough to make use of a situation and make use of the distraction and go do the job. And he came back having done the job that he set out to do. Like, I feel like I can't fault him for that. I feel like I'm gonna hit. I feel like I'm gonna hit yes.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim.
Freezing like
And
that
is
could have
that
gotten
not
him
what we
killed. He
ask
needs
of
more
our
experience and
scouts?
a little more muscle, but he's
Indeed
got
it
the brain.
is.
I agree.
Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril.
He does
All
need
I've
more
gleaned
training.
from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears.
Agreed.
But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
I like his heart.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place.
Exactly.
Just like someone else we know.
Hey!
If you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long.
Hey!
By the time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by.
Oh, Gav, right.
Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
I guess
Forgive
saying
me, Sid.
yes was the maybe
This
option.
did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Cool beans. Ooh, pile drive cooldown time by 4.2 seconds. Another new quest?
There's something about it.
Uncle,
How many
I
more
bring
of
good
you are
news.
there?
The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
That's...
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Don't teleport me. No, don't do that. I wasn't done at the hideaway. Ah! Rossfield Manor.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, They'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption.
Quentin is very...
Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Welcome to how politics works. You never win. You can never win. Not so subtle, Goff!
What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Interesting. Oh, we're back at the hideaway. Okay, cool.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
I love Uncle Byron so much. I'm so glad he didn't die. The Triunity Accord. Alright.
What do you think that thing is?
Kabam. Look at that! I only have 2 quests! Look at that! We're so close to being done! Hi, Gav.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes know they were
You
welcome
near the
in their new
peak of
homes
Mount
like.
Delectable? What is Mount Delectable?
What's the problem?
What is...
The problem is that Etta's due any day now. I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is Gav trying to be a stepfather to this thing? To the kid?
Is there anything I can do to help?
Is that what's going on here?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly
Reference
are
to
we making?
Dante's Purgatorio.
Good luck charm, but not just any
I read
good
his
luck charm.
Inferno, but
Not
I
just
didn't
any.
read the Purgatorio.
No.
I'm
One
sorry.
made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Dante described Purgatory as a mountain you slowly climbed as you cleansed yourselves of residual sins that weren't bad enough to condemn you to hell, but kept you from entering heaven nonetheless, and the mountain was called Mount Delectable, if I recall. That's a weird name for that, but I kind of like it. Flashbang! Flashbang! I like listening to all these. Interesting. Ooh. There's a lot of piano. Aha! The sound of... wait. Ah! What is the sound of silence? Oh, it's literally just silence. Okay. Okay.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
Everdart, no. Goddard Damarung. I have all the Orichalcum I need. I just need the Darksteel. I have the Ouroboros. And the Sons of Ouroboros. I'm using the Defender +2.
And?
I really need one more hunt target. Somewhere. Look at all these! A new day. I am not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and, more often than not, a stiff brush and a bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. A wise man once said, "The night is always darkest before dawn." It is a good thing, then, I count one who burns so bright among my friends. Lubor. Every rose has its thorn. Anyway. That which conquers all. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try and find the words that somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret. We will not falter. We will fight. And we will win. Isabel. I will read Jill's thing in a second. Because this is Elwyn's thing, right? Yeah. The wages of fate. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? While the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Joshua. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now. But there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. Aye, he'd step in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you. But that don't mean you should just take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Koopa nuts. You'd do good to remember that. Karen. That is funny. A note of thanks. My Lord Marquis, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Martyrs. I know that it would move them deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing. Though each and every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix, I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone. That they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rossfield such as yourself shall surely go some way to soothing their sorrows. May the Phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart. Cyril, bearer of the burning quill. Treasure hunt! What, you didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case I could bear you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless. Mid. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Concern for Jill. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction, before we depart for the skies. I would speak on this more in private. Joshua.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Wow, this has a lot now. This has a lot now. The Vale signboard, the emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed House of Ill Repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposing sides of the Great Wall. However, the Vale's proprietor, Isabel, knows it best as a safe haven in a storm. The town that took her and the man she loved when the rest of the world shunned them. Briar's Kiss signboard. The emblem of the Briar's Kiss, the finest forge in Dalamel, run by its puckish and precocious young forge master, Lubor. He inherited both his forge and the role of desert hare from his predecessor, the original Rosanna Dalamel, though the mayoralty of Dalamel he won entirely by his own merits. English is hard. Clay Hearth signboard, the emblem of the Undying's headquarters in Tabor. The Undying are a secret society sworn to serve House Rossfield, and more importantly, the dominance of the Phoenix that are born into the Rossfield line. Such is their acolytes' faith in the Phoenix, they will gladly surrender their lives if it should be for the benefit of their master. The helmet, Archduke Elwin's helm, worn in his victorious campaign to quell the Northern Uprising, and later laid to rest upon his memorial stone. Now it sleeps in Clive's chambers, a constant reminder of the bravery and selflessness of the man in whose footsteps he and his brother mean to follow. The model airship! Mid's dangerous dream of flight, immortalized in miniature. Though the experiment ended in failure, Mid has allowed Sid to keep hold of the model, so that once her renown has grown, he might sell the piece for an exorbitant amount of gil. The Triunity Accord. Signed in Port Isolde by representatives from Rosaria, Dalmacia, and Sembrek, this mutual accord sets the stage for a new age in Storm, if not officially, then at least in spirit. Charged Sparring Sword. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by Torgal in the aftermath of the Ironblood invasion and hidden at Clive's original hideaway, the Rookery. It is a reminder of who Clive once was and who he has become, as well as of the unbreakable bond between lifelong friends. I love the Clive's Chamber, whatever it's called, the Wall of Memories. That's such a cool way of doing things. Alright, I realize it's 11:30. I want to speak with Joshua about his letter, and then we'll wrap up.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Oh, I bet.
It seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Joshua do have a point, though. Alright. I think, however, that is going to have to be it for tonight. We've done a lot, to be sure. I think next stream, hopefully we finish this up. journal. Where's that? Where's the litany of errors? Oh, also here. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that is going to be a really good place to call it. Next stream, we can wrap up these last few side quests, and then tackle the hunts, and then prep for the final mission, and then the stream after, but depending on how much there is left, because I want to go, because this is obviously the final mission in the game. There have been way too many side quests. It is way too aptly named. Like, it is like, this has to be the final mission in the game. It might be the stream after Thursday, whenever that ends up being, because remember, I still need to make up last week's stream. But that being said, whenever that is, will probably be the we just finish out the game. And if that's an hour and a half, then so be it. If that's 3.5 hours, then so be it. Looking forward to you hitting disc 2! Anyway. I'm kind of impressed with my progress with getting all these side quests done in a single stream. Like, I wasn't expecting to get all of them done, but I was kind of expecting this to take a little bit longer. But no, we only have a couple left, so that's kind of cool. Anywho, let me go find someone to raid, and as I am doing that, I will say again, thank you to everybody for coming along. Thank you to Lux for the go full bard. I appreciate it. Okay. I was debating who to raid. I got it. We're good. But, I will be playing more of this on Thursday. It's unlikely that we'll finish the game. But, that's fine. It's not that bad. Unless we like finish all these side quests and all the hunts in like an hour, then and all the talking I want to run around and do. But I doubt that. There's a Minecraft X D&D crossover out. Yes, there is. I'm interested. They literally took the entirety of Faerun and made it into a Minecraft world. So that's cool. Anywho, I think that's going to be it for me, because it is getting late. We are going to raid the Fox ZVT. There we go. Because he's playing Genshin right now, and that looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, Thursday will be more FF16, and then Friday is actually D&D. So yeah, that should be fun. I totally forgot about that until just now. Friday is gonna be D&D, so please look forward to that. I get to terrorize my players more. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Let's go. Anyway, thank you guys so much. If the raid doesn't take you, you thought it wasn't this week? We couldn't do it last week. That was the dealio. We had to call it off last week, like right at last minute, or something like that. Okay, hold on. I need to go look now. Yeah, because we were gonna do a double week this week and then next week, take off the 13th, and then play again the 20th was the plan, I think. Whatever. I'll talk to you guys about it in the Discord and we can hash that out later. We may or may not do D&D this week, but it's fine. It's fine. I will know by Thursday. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming along, and I hope you guys all have a very good night. Bye-bye!